Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host 𝙒𝙖𝙪 Iyer. Today I have a new guest. This is a gentleman who's an ex-RAW officer, and you have, I'm sure, seen him in several channels that you're very familiar with, Shri N K Sood, and he's going to talk to us a little bit more about the new revelations that are coming out in the case of 𝙤𝙗𝑆𝑖nh Rajput. So let us welcome our guest of the evening, Shri N K Sood. Namaskar, Soodji. How are you?
Namaskar. I am fine, very fine. And it's a wonderful thing to talk to you, especially to be on your channel.
Thank you so much, sir. And the pleasure is mine. And I've been, thinking it over. When can I get Soodji on my channel? And I think the 𝙤𝙗𝑆𝑖nh Rajput, because you are the only person that I know of who made a video detailing that there are so many friends of 𝙤𝙗𝑆𝑖nh Rajput who died or they are missing under mysterious circumstances. Now, you put this video sometime about a year ago, right? So when I had a program last week, I touched upon this and said, why is the government not investigating all these things? So as far as you know, tell me, why is this government slow walking this? Because we know there have been some arrests. Nawab Malik is still in prison. The Home Minister was in prison and I think has taken bail and has come out. I'm talking about the MVA, Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi government. And now again, the government is no longer there. Please talk to us. Tell us what you think, where this is headed now. Because is it the new Roopkumar Shah's revelations that the autopsy was a bogus thing? So please go ahead, sir.
Actually, everything was bogus. But the thing is, our law system, our legal system is the main hurdle. If these things had happened in the USA or any Western countries, they would have constituted a committee. Means a judicial committee would have been formed to investigate into the matter and to listen to the case. But India's system is different. In 𝙤𝙗𝑆𝑖nh Rajput's case, all the evidence was destroyed, damaged, because there were big people who had conspired. But fortunately, when the BJP government came to power, in especially the year Maharashtra, things were, we had hope that things will improve, but nothing on this aspect has come out. But I am sure that the CBI is still looking into it, because when the case was with the Maharashtra police, everything was put under the carpet. The moment Rajput died, they said it's a suicide. It was never a suicide. I had made a video at that time. I had said it's a murder and underworld is involved with in this murder. And till date, the person with whose name the underworld works, that is 𝙒𝙬𝙤𝙀 Ibrahim, he's still alive and hiding in Pakistan. But I'm sure the government is trying something to bring him back to India. But the thing is, who were the people who murdered him? Of course, it's a secret. Nothing has come out clearly. But there were the people who knew everything. They have been punished one way or the other. You take the case of Parambir Singh, who was the commissioner of Mumbai. Do you think he didn't know anything? He knew everything. Everything he knew. He is under cloud. He is under suspension, and very soon he'll be dismissed. And it's a big thing, when a person is dismissed, especially he's in the government service and he doesn't get pension. That's a big thing. At that time, the Home Minister, Anil Deshmukh, he was in jail for the past nearly 1 year. He was not allowed to eat home-cooked food, and he suffered over there. As a Home Minister, he should be aware. If he was not aware, he should have asked for the papers, documents, and brought out the truth before the public. But he defended the culprits. Then Nawab Malik, he is still in jail. When 𝙤𝙗𝑆𝑖nh Rajput died, it was said that 2 ambulances came there, and one belonged to Nawab Malik. So Nawab Malik is in jail because of his connections with 𝙒𝙬𝙤𝙀 Ibrahim, and he could be the man. But then when the 𝙤𝙗𝑆𝑖nh Rajput was killed, it's not that he had enmity with 𝙒𝙬𝙤 Ibrahim. He had no issue with him. And the main issue, I think, was that he became too popular. He became too big within a short time, and certain people, they feared him, that he could challenge them. And some people say that it could be one of the Khans. Definitely, it looks that one of the Khans who had contacts with the Pakistan and ISI and 𝙒𝙬𝙤 Ibrahim, they could be behind 𝙤𝙗𝑆𝑖nh Rajput's murder. But I think whatever the situation is, medical report is not there, it's okay. Their evidences are missing because everything was washed out. But the fact should be brought to public, and the government should play a role. Of course, government did something. That the number of people who were under cloud, they were put in jail on one pretext or the other. Some were booked by the ED, some were booked by the other departments. But people should know, and it's the government's responsibility that 𝙤𝙗𝑠𝘕 Rajput's case should come out. People should know, whatever may be the reason. So we are still waiting for government's response. Government needs to respond to it. It's their duty. It's the public demands it. That 𝙤𝙗𝑠𝘕 Rajput's murderer, they should be exposed. Whether they bring 𝙤𝙗𝑖𝙬 Ibrahim to India, because if 𝙤𝙬 Ibrahim is brought to India and all the efforts are being made to bring him back to India, then the people who were involved in 1993 blast, they would also be exposed, because NN Vohra committee report, which was formed after the Mumbai blast, they had named certain people, but those names were removed on the orders of the Congress High Command. And 𝙤𝙬 Ibrahim could bring out a lot of other things that were happening in India, and he is still causing a lot of inconvenience to India.
Yes, indeed. And now let's take a look at some of the new developments that are taking place. One of them is that one of the people who was assisting the coroner who was doing the autopsy, his name is Roop Kumar Shah, he said that this did not look like a suicide at all. And he has described that I think one leg was broken, and so he has come out on Republic TV, if I remember correctly, and he has given a fairly mind-blowing recollection of what happened. Now, like this, there may be some other people also who might come out of the shadows and start talking about it. My question to you, sir, is that this is not new. 𝙤𝙗𝑠𝘕 Rajput is not the first person to be, killed under mysterious circumstances. But why is it that, everybody conspires to come together and hide this thing, including, what I am concerned is, why is this BJP government not acting soon enough? My concern is not that they don't want to act. My concern is they want to act just before the Brihat Municipal Corporation elections of Brihat Mumbai Municipal Corporation, BMC election, so that they can draw political mileage out of this. I don't know if that is true or not. What are your thoughts, sir? What do you think is going on in the BJP's mind right now?
I think maybe the BJP is more occupied with a lot of other things, because 𝙤𝙗𝑠𝘕 Rajput's thing is at the background right now.
Yes.
So maybe their attention is not there, but the CBI is there. CBI conducted inquiry. It's the duty of CBI to come out clearly, tell the people what happened. Now, there was a case of Sunanda Pushkar's death.
Yes.
And everybody knew. I also made a video on that. And I had said clearly that it is a murder, and there is a conspiracy, and underworld is involved with that. In that case also, all the evidence was destroyed. The video cameras of the hotel, they were emptied. Rather, they were replaced. Then the details in the telephone, in their mobile phones, that was also deleted. Then one person was there who was on that very floor where Sunanda Pushkar was staying. And that man is missing. Maybe he is dead, he is no more, he has been drowned somewhere. So Shashi Tharoor was not present there. He was attending CWC meeting, because whenever the underworld conducts some this kind of murder, they take all the precautions. They spend a lot of money, and maybe her husband, whether he was aware or not, I don't know whether he was aware of this or not, but he was having a relation with a Pakistani girl who was said to be a CIA, ISI agent.
ISI.
There is no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Meher Tarar. She was working for ISI. And it is known in the intelligence circles. But the intelligence is sometimes helpless when the government doesn't listen to them. So that was the case. And after that, Meher Tarar did not come to India. And she knows that whenever she comes to India, visits India, she will be put in jail. So, because they didn't have proper evidence, and a special inquiry was conducted against in this case, and it was made out that it was a suicide, and Shashi Tharoor played an important role to commit her suicide. So that case was made out against Shashi Tharoor. So ultimately, the doctor who conducted her postmortem, he said, I had pressure from two ministers. They said, who were the two ministers? He said, one was Shashi Tharoor, other one was the health minister. So
Ghulam Nabi
both these
Azad. Yeah.
people, Ghulam Nabi Azad, so both the ministers put pressure on him, so he couldn't do anything. But the court did not listen to his argument. Court only saw what is this postmortem report, and lot of evidence was missing because lot of evidence was destroyed, as was destroyed in the case of Sushant Singh Rajput. But I will tell you one thing, that there are many other people. Praveen Babi's case is there. Lot of other people are there who belong to the Bollywood, and especially some of the friends, 13 or 14 friends of Sushant Singh Rajput, they went missing. They were killed, mercilessly killed. So government should all investigate all the cases. Maybe whatever they may have to, whatever effort they may have to put, they should do it. It is their duty, it's their responsibility, and people are waiting for it. Although number of people were put in jail on certain other cases, even Shah Rukh Khan's son, he was in jail for a number of months, So that puts a question on Sushant Singh, on this Shah Rukh Khan's. What was his role? Was he there? Why was his son put in jail? Because there are other children also of Bollywood actors. Why they were not targeted? There's something fishy about it.
Now, we get into these kind of situations where it is hard to kind of connect the dots, right? There are so many things happening. There is an NCB drug bust, like you said, about a cruise ship, and then he's taken into custody. Few days later, he's freed. But are these like subtle messages that, you shall not do this, and if you do this, there will be consequences? What do you think is happening, and who do you think is doing that?
Actually, you see, the money plays a big role. Money is there. So underworld, actually, Dawood Ibrahim did not have any enmity with Sushant Singh Rajput, but somebody paid him for the job, and he did the job. But very difficult to connect certain dots, because naming somebody could be not that useful or purposeful. But I tell you one thing, that now you see everything that happens in India, it comes from across the border. Maybe UAE, Dubai, or maybe Pakistan. But as far as the UAE government is concerned, they do not have any role in it, because they are very good friends of India and Pakistan, where all the militants are there. Dawood Ibrahim is there. Pakistan is on the verge of breakup. After that, situation should improve. But our Bollywoodians, nobody told them that they are maintaining contacts with the people who have links with the ISI. It was the duty of our agencies to tell these people, keep away from them, whether it's Anil Musarrat or somebody else. So, but they were never told about it. I think it was me only who exposed Anil Musarrat and other people, other Pakistanis who had linked with ISI.
Now, Pakistan operates into India in various ways. One is, of course, through Dubai and Mumbai, but there's a big presence in Nepal, and we recently saw a ISI handler being chased and shot in front of his house. I don't know if you saw that, Sood-ji.
I know.
So I'm just going to talk about the role of ISI, and then we'll wind up the show, because there is a very important point you brought up. Pakistan is on the verge of breakup. ISI, and perhaps somebody else who's funding them, wants instability not only in Nepal but also in Bangladesh. There is an election coming up there, and they are trying to see if Sheikh Hasina Wajid will not be returned, and the other side, which is a much more militant form, will be coming to power. Now, I don't know how much veracity there is in these things, but kind of walk us through a little bit about the situation in Nepal, then in Bangladesh, and then we'll go back to Pakistan and say, how long will the Pakistani government be able to pay the ISI their salaries? Because once that gets cut, then there is a bigger problem. Please go ahead. Nepal, Bangladesh, and then ISI.
First thing I will tell you about ISI is income, source of income. ISI doesn't depend on the salaries that they get. ISI gets their money from fake currency, which India has completely stopped now.
Right.
ISI gets their money from these kind of hazardous jobs that they carry out, means through Dawood Ibrahim, through other militant groups. So through them, and ISI get money through drugs. They're not. That's not a legitimate organization. And ISI is not an intelligence organization. It is a terrorist organization itself. Now, as far as Nepal is there, I was in Nepal. I know there are a lot of antisocial activities that ISI indulges in, and Nepal is a playground from them, because Nepal is a very soft place. They have porous border of India. All this fake currency used to flow into India through Nepal. We had exposed a lot of people who belong to ISI, and Nepal government and Nepal police support us. But money is a big thing. They pay money and get their job. When PM Modi last visited Nepal, he had talked to the then Nepal Prime Minister 𝙒𝙬𝙤𝙬𝘀𝘀. You see, our border is porous, and it's duty that this border is not misused. Any militants don't misuse. But the situation in Nepal is that there is a communist government, lot of influence of communists there is Nepal. Communist means China. So that becomes a problem for India, but India doesn't want to punish Nepalese people or Nepali politicians for some people, because some people are there who who connive with ISI to carry out these kind of activities inside India. So, but I think the government should be more vigilant. Government should do something to deal with such kind of situation. But I think the government has done a big job when they have succeeded in breaking up Pakistan. We have brought Pakistan to a brink of split, brink of breaking up. Previously, it was thought that Pakistan will break up into 4 parts, but now it is believed Pakistan will break up into 5 parts. Taliban, who are ruling Afghanistan, they want to take KP, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa area, because on the both sides of the border, this Pathans live there, and this area was illegally ceded into India or presently into Pakistan. Baluchis are fighting their battle. They want independence from Pakistan. Sindhis, they want to be out of Pakistan. And I tell you about Sindhis. Sindhis worship Shivji. Sindhis worship Guru Nanak Dev also. Because some people from Sindh, they had come on my channel and told me specifically this thing. And fourth thing is POK and Gilgit Baltistan. They want to merge with India, and I think Pakistan's days are numbered. These areas will be broken, and Pakistan will left only Punjab, which will be landlocked. Today, all the resources from all these 4 areas, they flow into Punjab, but in the near future, all the resources of Punjab or the left out Pakistan will flow into these regions. So it will be a safe thing for India, and all the menace that ISI had been creating for India will vanish, and we will have peace in this region. We will have peace in Nepal, we will have peace in India, we will have peace in other areas, Baluchistan, Sindh, and even KP area.
You mentioned an interesting topic about their revenues coming from fake currency. Sir, in 2016, there were twin brothers, Javed Khanani and one other Khanani. The other Khanani was caught for money laundering and fake currency racket, and he's still sitting in a jail in the United States. There was a sting operation consisting of 5 countries that caught him doing that, and he's sitting in jail. Now, Javed Khanani was in Karachi, and it is rumored that the contract to create fake currency was given to him. And when India instantly, removed 500 and 1,000 rupee notes from its circulation, this guy had put all his money into counterfeiting, and he was stuck with bills that he couldn't move. And ISI said, we can't pay you this because we don't have any need for this. Any truth in this, sir? Because he was actually thrown from a building that he was supposed to be constructing from the top floor, and he died in December 2016.
Actually, as far as I think, previously it was believed that Pakistan is making fake currency in their own country, but now the truth has come. Pakistan did not have this capability. Pakistan does not have this capability. Pakistan cannot build a motorcycle even motorcycle tires Pakistan cannot build. How they can do it? So with the arrest of, or likely arrest of, Arvind Mayaram, who was finance secretary then, and the role that Dilaru company, which was based in Britain, played in it, because this company was printing Pakistani notes and Indian notes also. And it seems there was an involvement of some Indian politicians in that also. So these fake currency notes used to flow from Manchester in the United Kingdom to Pakistan, and from Pakistan into Nepal. And when PM Modi got the information that a truckload of fake currency notes that has been caught, he got worried. At that time, there was three, actually, see, the Indian currency was there, parallel to that, black currency was flowing with that, so which was harming our Indian currency. Third currency was the fake currency. And PM Modi therefore immediately ordered this demonetization of 500 and 1000 rupee notes. You see, watch one thing of interest, that immediately after demonetization, Pakistan's economy started sliding down, and Pakistan today has become bankrupt. It means the main support that Pakistan's currency or Pakistan's economy was getting was through selling fake currency notes in the world or in sending this currency into India. And after that, the Indian economy has started coming up because fake currency went down. Now you see, our government is taking a lot of projects. One train they are building from Bilaspur to Leh costing 1 lakh crore. $10,000, 10,000 crores of bridges are being made. 3 trains are being built up to in Arunachal Pradesh, one to Tawang and one to some other area. A lot of money is being spent. Our army is being remodeled. All the equipments and armaments are being supplied to them. There's no dearth of money. Why? 80 crore people in India, they are getting free food so that nobody dies of hunger. So where this money is coming? Actually, it's coming from nowhere. The only thing that Indian currency was being used to promote Pakistan, to promote terrorism, which has stopped now. So I think I will give the whole credit to PM Modi and to blocking and to demonetization. And you see today, even 2,000 rupees notes are missing from the market.
Yes,
some people
yes,
are blocking
they are
it,
being
some
phased
people are
out
keeping
quietly.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe some people want to use it for next elections. They may be. I don't say that they are fake currency, but thing is that all the money that was coming from Nepal was mostly coming through UP, and all the UP politicians, they were in trouble when this monetization was done. Whether you talk of Akhilesh Yadav, whether you talk of Mayawati, because I think somehow some politicians shifted this money into the hands of these politicians. But now I think we are safe, and we hope that Pakistan will cease to exist. That is the only solution for all the problems, whether it is Sushant Singh Rajput or Sunda Pushkar or our country's security interests. So it seems likely.
Sir, thank you for that. And I just have one last question before we wind up this program. You said that there is a possibility that it will break into 5 parts. Now, these 5 parts, they will not have much of army, because from what I'm hearing, 25% of the army is Pashtun and the remaining is mostly Punjabi. Mota mota. There could be some Sindhi generals and things like that. So these Balochistan, Sindhu Desh, of course, POK and Gilgit will merge with India, so that's not an issue. So these 2 countries, newly formed countries, do you think India might have some sort of an agreement where they say that we will secure your borders with our army, we will give you our currency, but you will have to follow some rules. We might even recruit some people to come and administer. You have to come to India to get trained on how to really administer. Bring them on par with what is in India today. We may have a faulty system, but the system still works. India's system works. That's why you and I are talking about how we can fix make it even go better. Your thoughts, sir?
You see, as far as Afghanistan is concerned, we were training their army, we were giving training to their foreign office people, we were giving training to their bureaucrats, and those Afghanis who were left out in India, they returned back to Afghanistan even after Taliban came, because Taliban needs them. Today, Indians are controlling the world. A Hindu or an Indian, he is the Prime Minister of the UK, which ruled India once. You talk of America. Most of the people at the top, they are Indians or of Indian origin. Of course, because they are Indians or Indian origin, they do not. It doesn't mean that they are loyal to India or disloyal to them. They are loyal to their own country. This is the greatness of our people. It's not like Pakistan. So, as far as Sindh is there, we don't claim their borders. We want Sindh to be independent, but once Sindhustan becomes independent, it will be a big asset to India. It's a very useful place in the Arabian Sea, and they would like to come closer to India. They would never like to come to any other country. Same is the case with Balochistan. Balochis love India. If you talk to Afghani anytime, they will say they love India because India has made investment in Afghanistan. India has built schools. India has built dams. India has built your hospitals. India had given them wheat when the whole world refused to give them any help. India sent them medicines, and that's why Afghanistan or Afghanis support India, praise India, and that will happen. Same thing will happen with Sindhis and Baluchis. And these people, because the Sindh will control the Karachi port, which is very important place in the Indian Ocean, near to Indian Ocean, in the Indian Ocean. Same is the case with Gwadar port, which will be under the control of the Baluchis, and they will always remain loyal to India. Baluchis had never said anything or done anything against India, even at the time of independence.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sood, and I'm hoping that this will form a series of talks that we can have between us and hopefully lead to a more richer distribution of content between our channels. Thank you once again, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you very much.
No time to lose. No time to lose. Lari sa 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 lari ri 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 ri. Lari sa 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 lari ri 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 ri. Lari sa sa pa sa. No time to lose.